What is up, my friends, and welcome back to Hobble Creates. My name is Hobble, and in the last episode we automated electron tubes to the maximum using these raw ingredients, sending them into our contraption and making ourselves some automated electron tubes. And in today's episode you are going to be learning how to automate casings. Thankfully the recipes are quite forgiving and you can use this one machine for all of your casing needs. So if you are new here, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and remember to leave a like. So today's build has got quite a small footprint. What that means is we can kind of slip this into the corner of our base anyway, and it'll kind of just blend right in. So we're going to be starting with a depot. Now on the back of that depot, we're going to be connecting in a mechanical saw. And then going into the back of that saw, we're going to have a conveyor belt that is going to be fed with logs from our log farm. Then on top of our depot, making sure that we are facing in the direction of our mechanical saw, we're going to crouch down and we're going to add in a deployer. Then to the left of this depot then, we're going to add in some of our item vaults. We're going to make a nice big 2x2 item vault. Then on top of our deployer, we're going to add in a chute. And on top of that chute, we need to add in a barrel or a chest or a storage drawer. Whatever you want to use for your items, you can actually just put it on top here. Just as long as you can access its inventory so you can put the items in. What this allows us to do is it lets us choose how many of each casing that we actually want to make. So if we only wanted 64 of our andesite casings, we'd just throw in 64 andesite alloys into this barrel and it would make those casings for us. However, if you want to just do some stockpile control and you just want to bulk store all of the different kinds of casings, you would need to set up multiple of these machines. But to keep it simple, we're going to add in a belt on top of this item vault. This is where we're going to be feeding in our secondary ingredient, which is, andesite, copper, brass and all that good stuff. But on our chute, we're going to add in a funnel. And of course, we can just make this belt as long as we need. Now we need to set up two attribute filters. We're going to have one that is tagged create casings. And then for the second one, we're going to add in an attribute that is forge stripped logs. Now the reason that we're adding one for stripped logs here is to kind of protect ourselves against future mod packs. I know that for Life in the Village 3, that if we just put some logs on here, there was a hollow log that would be made instead of a stripped log. So adding that filter there, it kind of protects us in the future if we use the same design in multiple mod packs. We are only going to be getting our stripped logs. We're going to take ourselves a brass funnel, we're going to crouch it onto this item vault, and this is where we're going to put the attribute filter that is only casings. And then all that's left to do is add in some rotational power. So we're going to come around to the back now, and we're going to connect all of our power to our main belt here. This is going to be having all of our logs on. So I'm going to be using the creative motor, but you guys are going to hook this up to whatever your rotational source is. That way then you can make it as quick as you want, as slow as you want, whatever units you can spare, go ahead and put it into this machine. So now we've got power to this belt, we need to go ahead and power our mechanical saw, and we then need to give it a quick test to make sure that it is spinning in the correct direction. So let's go ahead and throw on a log, make sure that it's spinning to the left. Yep, that'll go onto the depot. And moving around the back of the machine again, we're going to add some power to our belt up here. So we're going to add in a vertical gearbox, add one in facing this direction, then we're going to connect those with some shafts. And then the last thing that we need to do is power our deployer. So we're just going to do a very simple double gearbox. That'll give some power to our deployer. And then once we throw in some andesite alloy or any secondary ingredient, that'll then get stamped and go into our item vault, one andesite casing. Wonderful. However, having it inside an item vault is great. However, if we wanted to do some manual crafting, we would then need to find a way to get the items out. And I haven't actually shown you how to do that yet in the previous episodes. So around the side, we're just going to add in a depot and connect in a brass funnel. That's just going to pull out whatever casing that we've got. We can then filter this to pull out only specific casings. So that means then over here, we could have one that's set to pull out our brass casings and another depot then to pull out only copper casings. But that's our machine complete, so why don't we hook this up to some actual items now and we can see this machine in action. And there you go, my friends, it is now running and it is going to produce a large quantity of casings really quickly. So if you did enjoy yourself and you learned something new, then be sure to hit that subscribe button, as you are not going to want to miss the next episode, where I'm going to teach you how to automate kelp. Because kelp is an extremely useful resource, especially if you use as many conveyor belts as I do. So I want to thank you so much for watching and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye guys.